Hello, my dear viewers. This is the Dukas Copy webinars, and you are watching Forex Trading with Rakesh. Today is 28th of September 2022. Okay, my mic is okay. I'm your host here. I'm a Dukas Copies trading community traders community member. Please do not confuse me as an employee of Dukas Copy Bank. When I say this, I mean that whatever we are going to talk about here, all the views or the opinions or the trading ideas that we are going to discuss in this live stream will be of my own. And as the name suggests, we will be carrying out something related to forex trading. Okay, sometimes it will be risk management, sometimes it will be entry, sometimes it will be exit, managing your stop loss, then taking entries from the key levels, or anything that is with respect to price action or the technical analysis. Also, we may be using sometimes the tools that are used in the technical analysis, but more or less this webinar is going to be about the price action, how the candlesticks are being formed and at what levels, right? And we will be strictly focusing on the technical aspects and price action. We will not talk about anything fundamental because I have a very limited knowledge of the fundamentals as to what economy is doing, whatever, blah blah blah. I know very less about that. Okay, because we already know that every piece of information is already priced into the chart, so we'll just skip that part and we'll just focus ourselves on what is happening on the chart. Okay, and in this program we will only be using the candlestick charts, and we'll try to find out the important key levels for all the pairs, and we'll see how we can trade them or how we can at least use them in our trading. Now, if you are new to the technical analysis or price action trading, you can go through our previous webinars, or you can go through two playlists that we have already created about candlesticks and the chart patterns. It will help you in understanding whatever we talk about here. And at the end of the session, I will be answering your questions if you have any. And if your questions are relevant to the current topic that is being talked about, then I will answer that then and there only. So please, I encourage you to ask questions because there is no limitation to it. You can ask questions whenever it arises in your mind. Okay, so that you always know what we are going through. Okay, now already we have MGA here in the chat. Hello MGA, welcome to the stream. Clara is also here. Hello Clara. Fazal Abbas is here. Hey, hi Rakesh. Hello Fazal Abbas. I think you're the first timer here. Okay, even in case you are new, welcome to the stream. If you are old, then also welcome to the stream. Anwar is the daily member. Hello Rakesh, MG and everyone. Hello to Anwar. And yeah, now you're talking to Clara. Fine. Okay guys, so since you're all here, and I expect more to join today because okay, I will tell you why. But yes, today we are going to talk about what is happening in the dollar index. I think it has already started to slow down a bit. But before I hop onto my charts, I want to show you the risk disclaimer. Please go through this risk disclaimer. It is very important. Essentially, we are all risk managers, not the traders. All right. Please go through this, understand this completely, and then only come to the chart. And as usual, I will be showing you the dollar index first of all. All right, so this candlestick which is being formed now on the daily chart is called a bearish engulfing. All right, now those who don't know, it is only for them. I will just explain it. If the current candlestick, which is this one in this case, if the current candlestick's high is higher than the previous candle, and if the low is lower than the previous candle and it is red in color, then it is called bearish engulfing because it has engulfed the price of the previous candle. All right, that is why it is known as bearish engulfing. This is simple terminology. And the reverse is, if it is green and engulfs the highs and lows of the previous candle, it is bullish engulfing. It is so simple. Now here, this bearish engulfing is forming, but the problem here is that there is no good level or there is no area of interest as per our charts in this region. So if this bearish engulfing is being formed at a place where I am not interested, then that does not give me any meaning to this, or I can say that I'm not interested in trading this one. Okay, let us see what it can do now. But before we go, is there any price action in the past with respect to this area? No. So we are not sure why this bearish price action is taking place here. It may be just the profit booking, okay, or it may be the initiation of the uh, fresh selling orders in the dollar with respect to the other currencies. There is a possibility, okay, but we will know for sure only if the previous low is taken out. Now the previous low is very far here. If you switch to 4 hour, you will see that this uh, pin bar that the price had made around 110.22, this was the recent low before the price made this high, and before making this high here on yesterday, I think not yesterday but today, the price has already made a low here. So yes, now the uptrend is in jeopardy because it has already made a lower low, but this is on 4 hourly. All right, the problem is that this is on 4 hourly and the price can still go from here and make a higher high. In that case, this will become in that case this will become our lower low. You see, after making this high, the price looks like it has made this high, okay, but even if it makes another higher high, then that high will be counted as the high and this will become our reaction low. Weekly or monthly cycle for index? Weekly or monthly cycle for index? What are you talking about? This is 4 hourly. You see here it is written 1 day and I have switched it to 4 hour. What are you talking about, Anwar? Weekly or monthly cycle? I'm just trying to explain that is it of any significance, this this daily candle that we have formed today in the form of bearish engulfing. Okay, the price went higher, then it went lower than yesterday's low, and now it has already gone through this area. This low here was 112.87, and today the price has made a low of 112.825 pips short of that. I will decrease the width of this one so that it is easily understood. So here you see the price has already made a low, but this is on the 4 hourly. If we see another high here, then this will be negated, this low will be negated, okay, till the time the price, okay, now it seems like this low has been already taken down, but till the time we don't see a close. Okay, yes, I mean, is it a reaction to a monthly cycle? No, I cannot say this because even if you see that on the monthly we don't have a price action in that area. Maybe we should, I think, check trading view. What do you say? Maybe we will check just a moment, please. Let me check on the trading view because the trading view has more data. All right, and I'm switching now the US dollar index on the trading view. All right, guys, just give me a moment, please. Why it is not showing up? Okay, it has come now. All right, we have more data actually on the trading view. We have more data on trading view and it looks like, yes, it is reacting to the monthly levels. Very nice observation. Very nice observation here. See, this is where the breakdown happened, and now the price is trying to go to that region again, and maybe that's why this area is acting as a small resistance. But I am interested in watching what happens at 120.78 actually. Even if we talk about this price action, we are interested in 120.78, which is as far as I know, after this 1992 and 1995 is the highest high. Before that, if it was on 1st November 1985, it started from 129.09. So we will mark that also on our chart, although we are not going to use trading view for our analysis. I'm very much comfortable with the J Forex. All right. So this is the monthly, and if you switch to weekly, yeah, on weekly you will see that this level was a good resistance. It has already been broken. The price has taken support at these levels already, and now it's trying to test that upper level. Okay, let me take a look at the volumes. This level here was broken with the huge volumes. All right, and now it's trading strong. Yeah, so I will consider this one as only a pullback. Okay, on the daily, I'm coming back to the J Forex, guys. Let me show you the J Forex again. All right, so I will consider this only a pullback if it does not break below 110.22 area, which was a good support in the past. It was held as a good support on the daily chart. I will at least let the price to go back to this area and maybe even lower. Okay, because we are looking at 120. From the trading view charts, we come to know that we are looking at 120, which is the ultimate resistance. So and this bearish engulfing is not actually giving us any reason to open short positions here, because the trend is still up. Okay, we need to close below this channel for the downtrend to start, and for the structure to break, we have to close the day below this 110.22. So till the time the price is closing above 110.22, we are all bullish here because of the structure of the market, and the structure is uptrending structure. There is no point selling. But yes, these pullbacks may be used as a buying opportunity in the coming time. All right. On the 4 hours, it already seems that for the short term, actually, for the very short term, I will say on the 4 hourly only, this uptrend has been jeopardized, or it is already in danger. Okay, there is a possibility that the price will start coming down from here. But in the bigger time frame, that is daily and weekly, the price is still in an uptrend. So you have to know in which time frame we are talking about what. Okay, so major trend is up, but on the 4 hour, it has not started a downtrend. But if we see a close below 112.87, a short term downtrend is possible. Okay, so you have to keep that in mind. Talking about the euro, okay, from the euro also you see a bullish engulfing, but this has not tested the zone of support here as per our charts. So we cannot be sure that whether this is real buying or this is just a pullback. We will know about it for sure when it closes the day above 1.019, which is the recent upswing downswing pivot in our case. Because see, when the price was going down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now this was the high that the price had made before making this low. So till the time this high is holding, we are not interested in buying this market. So you have to understand this. We will be looking for selling opportunity, and this green candle here is showing that there is a possibility that the people will start to bring the market to maybe 0.9930 area, which is our area of interest. This is our area of interest, and we will be looking for a selling opportunity here. Now what you can do is you can actually create a what we call it a counter trend. Okay, now something like this maybe something like this will start for you. Okay, so keep an eye on this chart. Maybe something like this will start happening, and then eventually at here it will break to the downside. This is just a speculation from my side. On the counter trend, in the 4 hour there will be a counter trend. There is a possibility of a counter trend. And when that counter trend breaks and aligns itself with the major trend of the daily chart, that is the time when we should enter. Now here the patience pays. Okay, you don't have to be impatient looking at this bullish candlestick and buy the positions. No, of course you may be profitable, there is a possibility. Okay, but remember, you will be against the major trend and you never want to stand in the opposite to the major trend. Okay, because ultimately the price has to go to that area and it will be very difficult for you to manage your positions. On the contrary, if you enter a short in this area after the break, you will have a stop loss very close, you will have a take profit open. So this becomes a whole lot easier. But yes, the problem with the traders is that it is very difficult for them to wait patiently. Now that is the problem. Their behavior changes when they are waiting. When they are waiting, they are trading haphazardly. When they are waiting, they are opening larger positions. I don't know what happens to them, but yes, this is the problem. Okay, if you can patiently wait here for the right time, like a sniper is sitting in the snow who is in the want of hunting a deer, that is how you have to be like here now. Actually, we are hunting wolves here. We have only one bullet and we will fire that bullet only when it is necessary and we are sure that we are going to hit the target. All right, think about that. So as of now, no buying. Yes, it is bullish candlestick. It is very good bullish candlestick. It looks like a Marubozu to me. Marubozu is the most bullish candle that you can get in a market. So it is a Marubozu. It is bullish, but on the 4 hour, I am interested in the longer time frame, which is the daily. So I already have a plan which is set. The plan is set. I know that the price will go from here till this area, and how it reacts here. If it reacts in the south direction, I will go south. If it reacts from here to north, I will wait because I have already a written thing. 1.088 may be the next seller zone. Okay, this may be the next seller zone. Even after break of this may be the next seller zone. And after that 1.01977, it is the downswing pivot now. It is the downswing pivot. What we call as downswing pivot, it is a place from where if this is broken, then this downtrend is in danger. If this breaks to the high, the price breaks this area to the higher side, we'll be looking for a buying opportunity. Because at that time, the structure of the market, which is right now a down structure, will change into an up structure. Make sense to you? Or give me that like if it makes sense to you. Let's talk about the pound. In pound, people may be, okay, now the pound is rising, so I should buy. No, guys, no, this is not the time to buy. Why you want to buy? Okay, it's like in the market terms, we call it a dead cat bounce. This is a dead cat, a cat which has been dropping from the 100 floors of a building. When it hits the ground, of course, it bounces a bit. And then again it goes to the ground. You know this thing, this term? So the cat fell from the 100-story building. Now it is bouncing. It will come back to 1.0326 for sure. No doubt about that. But when, till what extent it can bounce depends upon how many people think that the cat is still alive. Well, makes sense to you now. If who is buying here? Those who are afraid to sell this market, only they are buying here. Why? Those who are short here, they are trying to book their profits, thinking that at lower points, people will try and open their buy position. Maybe institutional traders will open buy. They're just thinking. These are just thoughts. Okay, they may buy, they may not buy. Some are booking profits. Some of the institutional investors may be even buying these here at the low levels. Maybe, okay, 1.0326 is the area. From here, the pound should not go down as with respect to the US dollar. This is just thinking. But when this is breached to the downside, all these thoughts will go in the air and fresh sellers will emerge. All right, fresh sellers will emerge. Well, we are open to everything. If there is a buying in pound, we will go and become buyers. But if there is a selling in the pound, we will go and become sellers. We are not going to buy and sell when there is no confirmation. Right now there is no confirmation. Why there is no confirmation? We are not sure which direction it is going to go. How we will know that it can go above? Okay, only when the structure of the market is changed. Again, like the euro. So here the market was trying to make lower lows and lower highs. You see this? Okay, it made lower lows and lower highs, and in between this is the small high that the market has made, although I don't want to regard it as a high, but still okay for you guys, because this is where the fresh buying started. Okay, so maybe you can change it to like this one. Will this 1.1460 become your next swing low? Sorry, swing high. So it will become your downswing pivot. Guys, please forgive me if I just forget to remove these things, and if there is anything wrong, please let me know, because these keep on changing when the markets go down. Okay, they keep on changing as the market goes down, but right now 1.1460 is the downswing pivot for the pound. Till the time this is not broken, we cannot be sure whether the party has started for the bulls or not. So bulls are in grave danger here. Those bulls, especially those who are buying here, they don't know what is the power of a bear here. The bear has so much of a power. When the price comes to again the area of the seller, or I will say bear to be more specific in this case, when the price comes here in the seller's area, he will sell it again with the targets of 1.0326 and maybe even lower. Maybe even lower towards 0.9980 and maybe 0.8893. This is the possibility. For the short term, okay, those who are trading the markets in the 4 hours and 1 hours, for them it is a buy. What you can do here, just like our counter trend line in the euro, we can make a counter trend line here also. All right, and wait for this to break to the downside. All right, wait, let it, even if you have to wait for a week or so, wait, don't bother. But if you're very aggressive, you want to trade counter trend, that's your wish. My suggestion, wait and watch, observe. In the last 3 months, not the last 3 months, actually we started it in August, and in last 1.5 months, if you are with me, MJ is with me every single day. I remember, if MJ is with me, he will acknowledge this. We have almost nil losing trades as we are venturing into the markets. Almost nil trades where we had loss. Okay, whenever I asked, okay, this is a possibility, that was the most probable. Okay, I will not talk much about it. I hope you already know it. So now we have, when I say, okay, when I make a line, it's okay, normal line, of course it is a key level, but when I do this, my friends, please understand this if you are already with me. When I do this, it means it is more important than the normal levels. Okay, please understand this. If I do this, this is the most important level of all, because this is the maximum width that I can give it to you. All right, if I think that this is the level that is a must hold level, actually there is no level which is must hold, or you can say there is a level which I think is very critical level, and there is a high possibility of that level not to get breached. What I do, I take my rectangle and I put it there like this. All right, now I have put a rectangle at 0.6569 because I think this area is going to be a very good area of resistance. Why? I will explain you this. You see, this area has, okay, I will just first remove this one. This area first has a bullish pin bar, almost a bullish pin bar, and then very next day it was broken by these bears. All right, when some low with the red candle is broken, it's okay, it was supposed to be broken, so it is broken. But when a low with the bullish pin bar breaks, that means there was a lot of power in this candlestick than there was in this candlestick here. You see, all those who were thinking that Australian dollar can go up against US dollar were in this candle, and now they are already out of market, so there is no one left. So this is the power. When there is no one left, so those who are the buyers here, they have to either get out of the market. This is one possibility, or they have to become sellers. Now, even if they are long here, they must have their stop losses somewhere here, and this candlestick has taken out their stop losses. Now, if their stop losses has been taken out, and if they are wise enough, they are conservative, they have not opened the short positions yet. So when will they get another opportunity to go short? When the price comes to this region again. So this is the secret, I will say, behind retest. This is the secret behind the retest. That's why I say whenever there is a break, there is a retest. Whenever there is a break, there is a retest. Whenever there is a break, there is a retest. It makes a lot of sense. Whenever there is a break, there is a retest. And in the retest, if the bears are still powerful, okay, we are on the sides of bears then. We join them in the bandwagon, and if they are not able to push it down from here, that means those bulls who had initiated bulls buying here, they are still strong and they are going to take it up. But are they able to take it above this 0.6669 area, which is the downswing pivot in this case? If they are able to take it above this, we are happy. We will go with the bulls. Okay. Make sense to you guys? Or maybe my language is a problem. My accent is the Indian accent. Some may not like it, but I'm trying to be very accurate whatever I say in that. Please let me know in the chat if you are with me still. So when I say this is a downswing pivot, this needs to be broken on the daily candle closing basis, so that we are having some positive positivity in our mind that yes, Australian dollar has finally now, okay, it has resumed its uptrend and we can be looking for buying opportunities. But till the time the price is trading below this, we are not looking for the buying opportunities. Break of 0.6714 will expose 0.6869. Okay, I think yeah, 6714 we have actually removed from our chart, because we think that this is the major level now. So we'll just remove this one also. Now we will write another text here. Okay guys, break of 0.6669 will expose 0.6733 and 0.6869. Make sense? Yeah. So we will keep it here because we are targeting this area in this one. Why we are targeting this area? Because here this is a head and shoulder breakdown. It has been a good resistance now. So we are expecting it again to be a good resistance. So we don't want to target a place which is above resistance. We want to target a place which is below resistance. All right. If we are a buyer, and we will become buyers only above 0.6669. Till the time it is trading below that, we are going to remain as sellers. Let's talk about the New Zealand dollar. New Zealand dollar on the similar lines. Okay, I want to make it accurate. Yes, our channel. So the channel is now in danger because the price is trading at the high. And see how it is now in line with these resistances here on the 4-hour and this support here in the past. So this area will be taken out so easily. Do you think so? No, I don't think it will be taken out so easily. I'm expecting a red candle in this 4-hour now from here. Okay, because the markets are closed, only US is open now. I don't think that New Zealand dollar can go higher from here without any buying power from the Europe and maybe Tokyo. So I'm expecting this to end as a red candle, but that only time will tell. Let us see how the things unfold. But yes, even if the price goes higher from here, we have a downswing pivot at 0.5754, which is very close, almost 50 points from here. Till the time this is not broken, we are not sure to enter the long position in the New Zealand dollar also. But the weekly channel that my friend has suggested yesterday, it is very close to the price. Even if there is a downfall from here, We are not very bearish now about the New Zealand dollar. I am expecting some intervention. Wait, let me check if there is any major thing on the charts on the calendar for New Zealand next week, because I'm expecting some intervention from, oh yes, you see, on Thursday 29 September, that is tomorrow, governor of Reserve Bank of New Zealand is going to speak, and thereafter, see, New Zealand dollar is what I'm expecting something. Okay, official cash rate is going to be released on 5th of October, and Reserve Bank of New Zealand is going to give statement on 5th of October. I think that may okay, this is fundamental in nature, but you need some power, right, to push all the currencies up. So I think in the case of New Zealand dollar, maybe that can accelerate the growth if it has to, but we need to see a close above 0.5754, and then we can be all bullish towards 0.7315. Makes sense to you guys? Because this is what the price action has been doing in the past. Pop, 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 pop. This is what we are expecting. All right. USD CAD, a bearish engulfing at the resistance. Okay, I cannot say it as the resistance because resistance was 1.3867. But yes, it can give a deep correction here to maybe level of 1.3408 or maybe even to 1.3223. Okay, it can. And in the weekly, is it very useful in the weekly? Well, no, the weekly is still very far. 1.4689 is the resistance. So I will just say that yes, this may be a small correction to the downside to 1.3408 area maybe, or maybe 1.3223 area, and thereafter, because from 1.3223 the price has seen almost 600 points. This is not less. So this much of move, even yesterday only we were talking about this, that such moves do not last for very long. Okay, this move has to be followed by a small correction, so that those who are sitting on the sidelines, they also get an opportunity to enter this market to the buy side, and I think now they will get an opportunity. But if you buy at the current levels, this will be a what we call it, this will be foolishness to enter right now, because this bearish engulfing is suggesting that there is a deeper correction possible in this market. So we should wait and enter at the suitable level, which may be 1.3408 if we see any bullish price action here, or maybe even 1.3223 if we see bullish price action there. Otherwise, it is just a correction till the time we don't see any. Okay, now where is the upswing pivot? You see here 1.3408 is actually upswing pivot only if you agree with this low, but this is an upswing pivot in the case of 4 hourly. This is an upswing pivot in the case of 4 hourly. All right, if we see a close below on 4 hour below 1.3408, yes, you can look for a selling opportunity in this one also. Okay, but if you see on the daily, price made a high here, will you count it as a low? Because it was not lower than this candle only. So you will say that after making this low here, the price made a high, which is today's high, and it has not set any low if you talk about the candle closings. But on the 4 hourly, you will see that there is a possibility of counting this as the upswing pivot, 1.3408. So let us see how the things unfold at 1.3408. As far as this particular candle which is going on right now is concerned, I think it is trying to take some resistance, feel some resistance 1.3646, and is trying to shed some profits and going towards 1.3543, at least for now. Talking about the USD CHF, do you think it has already tested the levels of weekly chart? Oh, well, it was weekly chart, right? If I remember, it was weekly chart that we had. You see, if not weekly chart, then at least this channel was formed, and yes, we have got a resistance in this area, and now this channel, if this channel is being followed, of course, we have seen a rejection at the channel's test, and that was very brisk, very fast movement to the downside. Maybe I will just bring in my volumes to check how fast it was. All right, day before yesterday we had volumes of around 428,000, and today there is 372,000. There is still 3 or 4 hours remaining. Well, the volumes are not that high as they were at the time of breakout. So maybe it is just a pullback. Okay, let us see how the times. Okay. But yes, we have still 4 hours to go. I think by tomorrow we will be able to tell whether this candlestick is going to take it further deep or it is just a pullback and we are going to see a push again to the upside. I'm going to draw another channel by joining these here. All right, so let us see. Maybe the price will come here and then it will be rejected from these confluence of supports, maybe, and in that case this low will also be held, and this is the upswing pivot. This upswing pivot will become, this one will become upswing pivot. All right, makes sense. This is actually upswing pivot because when the price started making higher highs and higher lows, before making this high here, the price make a low here, and now 0.9479 is actually the swing pivot, upswing pivot. I think I have made it difficult for you. Is it difficult or you are understanding where I am going here? You're with me, right? Because there are so many lines involved here. You see, you have to understand there are three channels actually involved in this area. One is this long-term falling channel, all right. Then this is short-term rising channel. This long-term falling channel is broken and the price is above this, all right. Whenever it comes to test this area will act as a support. This is one thing you have to understand, that this area will act as a support whenever the price comes and tests this area. Even if it is breached and the price comes down, then this rising channel, which is on the short term, will maybe try to act as a support. There are multiple supports. That is what I am trying to tell you. That's why I am not saying that open any short positions here. No, look for a buying opportunity, maybe near 0.9694, because if a very long term channel is broken, okay, and actually this channel is not being respected that much, although, because the price has been traded going up and down from here, but this time when there was a clear breakout and the price is coming back to this area, maybe it will find some support here. And even if it does not, maybe this area will find price will find support, because this channel seems like which is being respected as of now. So keep a sharp eye on both of these channels. One is this broken channel which may give some support to price now, and also 0.9694 was a good area of support and resistance in the past. So this is a confluence of two supports now. Second one, this area is a confluence of support, but it will act as a support only for today and tomorrow, because tomorrow, day after, it will be somewhere here, and it will keep rising with the time. So that's why I'm saying that 0.9694 area is an area where we should keep our eye on. All right. So I'm just removing the volumes from here. They are not always required. What other terms would you use for upswing pivot? Terms, actually I have always said it as an upswing pivot. You can say the recent low in case of uptrend, and the recent high in case of downtrend. All right, okay, I will explain you this here on a clean chart. My friend, what's your name is MGA. You see, I think I have explained it earlier also, but still, see, this is a simple uptrend. Okay, this is an ideal uptrend. Okay, and I am at the same time marking a downtrend also for you. All right. Now, what's the difference between both? What is the difference? There's only one difference, that it is making lower low and lower high than the previous high or low, isn't it? If this was the high and this was the low, and this is the next low and this is the next high, this high is lower than this previous high and this low is lower than this previous low. So when I say lower low, lower high, this is a downtrend, simple. And same way, it is higher high and higher low in case of an uptrend. Now I am trading this low or lower lows and lower lows. Okay, the current trend is down. So I want to exit from this one and become a buyer. Why would I exit? Okay, now I will switch to show you here. Okay, no. I will put it and attach it to this one. Do you see something here? There was a downtrend. Okay, the price made a high here, which was of course lower than this high here, but this becomes my swing pivot. This becomes my pivot. Till the time the price does not break this high here, which is the recent high in case of a downtrend. Okay, even if there is one more low, if there is one more something like this, then this high becomes my swing pivot. Okay, and in that case, till the time this is not broken, I cannot become a buyer. Why? Because see here, this price made a high, but it did not break my swing high, right? When this broke my swing high, it made a high which is higher than this one. Now in a downtrend, actually the price was always making lower highs. See, lower highs, or you can say the line was always coming down. The line was always coming down, but here in this case the line is going up. Make some sense to you now? Now since it is going up, when it starts going up like this, I will expect another higher low to be formed. Here the price was making lower high, lower lows. In uptrend the price makes higher highs, higher low. When I know that one thing is already formed, that is higher high, what is left now? A higher low. So I will be expecting a higher low in this market. Alright, and most of the time it is made at the previously broken resistance. This was a small resistance that was broken, and it should not go beyond this low that price has already made. If it goes, if this one, okay, if this low is not here and it goes deep here, then it will be lower than this low here, and in that case all this price action will be negated and the price would have made another lower low. Now if the price has made another lower low, the downtrend is still in force. That means uptrend has not started. But on the contrary, if it is able to make a successful higher low like this and makes another high, this low will be established only when this high is broken. When it breaks this high and makes this high, then this low will be established higher low. Higher than what? Higher than this low here. This low is not counted. Why this low is not counted? Because till now the price had not made higher high than this one. When the price makes higher high than this one, that is this. So in other terms, you can convert this price action into this one. Okay, the price makes a higher high here, a higher low here, and then an uptrend starts. So your question is, what other terms would you use for upswing pivot? When I say upswing pivot, that means in the upswing, in the uptrend, when the uptrend will stop, the uptrend will stop when this upswing pivot is broken. That is the recent low. The recent low that the price has made before making the last high. This is the last high. Before this, the price had made this low. Can take couple of scenarios. Okay, yes, I can take couple of scenarios. Like only in this case, Australian dollar we were talking about. Okay, we were talking about the USD CHF. Now you see, we know, okay, this is, we have already seen that USD CHF we were talking about. Okay, this becomes difficult in sometimes. Okay, and sometimes it becomes difficult. Now we know that it is an upswing. We know this is, the price is going up, up, up. But the problem here is, it is a very classical scenario. I will show you. This was the lowest low that the price has made as far as my chart is concerned, because before that the price was in a downtrend, right? See, before that the price was in a downtrend. So I will take this pivot as my starting point. This is called a pivot or swing pivot, or I will call it as a swing low. The price made a high, okay, then the price made a higher low, but after that the price did not make a higher high or lower low. You see that? You are with me on this one? Okay. Thereafter, higher high up from here was made, sorry, the higher high from this one was made here, right? And thereafter the price did not breach this high till now. So I will say that this is my swing low, 0.8925, but that is on dailies. The problem here is that I am not trying to cater this much of time frame for my analysis. This is what I am doing. So I am breaking it into parts, that I am now not taking now this one into consideration. I am just taking this area into consideration, that if I take this as my swing high, and if I say that the price is in a downtrend for some time, okay, and these are the higher highs and the higher lows that the price has been making. So just consider this scenario. This was the highest high, this was the low that the price made, then this it made a lower high, then this was a lower low that the price had made, then it made a lower high, then again the low was made, because this low is lower than this one and this one is lower than this one, and after that it made a high here and it made another low here. This high was breached here, and I was expecting a higher low, and this was made here, and another high came here, and now this is the lower low again, which is lower than this one. You see, the price is again in a downtrend, but the problem is that it breached this high again. That means it is again in an upper trend. So USD CHF has been taking a lot of turns. So that's why I said that the price action here is very haphazard. It will be difficult to understand, but if you ask me what is the current direction of the trend now, it is still uptrend, because the price has breached this recent high. This recent high has been broken and this low has not been broken, so it is still an uptrend, and we are looking for a higher high to be made somewhere here. Okay, this was only about this price action. It is difficult, but if you have to put it into simple terms using the swings, this was the swing high, this was the swing low. You can always talk about the swing low and further. From this swing low, the price made a high here, a low here. Thereafter it did not make a higher high till this area and not a lower low. So this is the highest high that the price has made after this one, and we cannot say this is the lowest low. Why? Because for the lowest low to be established, the price has to breach the high first. Now in this case, if the price starts going like this and makes any high which is higher than this one, then this will become your upswing pivot. Okay, takes a lot of homework to understand highs and low, extension and retracement. Yeah, it takes time, but if you once you have understood, your levels will come into place in a very good manner, and if you become a good analyst, slowly and steadily you will become a very good trader. You have to take care of the risk at that time. Right, your levels have to be strong. I mean, level have to be accurate, as accurate as possible. And if you know the structure, then only you can got it in a way it is a structure term. Yes, it is a structure term. And I was thinking that because you are attending classes of passion also, or freedom, Miha, so I was expecting that you are familiar with the structure concept. So I am talking a bit about structures also in the webinars. So you got the idea now? All right, the structure now in this scenario, in this region, the structure is what now? Uptrend structure. Okay, but if you talk about okay, in this also, in this bigger one also, it is uptrend. Okay, see, it is uptrend, but we have not established any low which is lower than this one, 0.8932. All right, So we are still looking for a higher low, and that higher low will be established once parity is taken out, 1.0049 is taken out. All right. So all right. So USD JPY, we will finish it. We have already used 50 minutes of our this thing. We are not able to manage the time. Now this is called a hangman. My friends, if you know this term, hangman, if you don't know this term, okay, maybe I will do this also for you today, because I will be using this term a lot more. So I want you to see what is a hangman. All right. Maybe can you see this hangman chart pattern? All right. Not images. I want you to understand the hangman from what is hanging man. Candlestick patterns have very vivid, descriptive, blah 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 construction of hanging man. Understand the psychology. The highest price of the day, the opening price, closing price, lowest price of the day, body is black if stock closed lower, body is white if it closed higher. Now, what is the psychology behind this? You have to understand this one. The price pattern of a hammer and a hanging man is exactly the same, but their interpretation is completely different. Okay, this is because of their position on a price chart. Now, in our scenario, a hammer will come after a price decline, okay, at the lower end of the price action. Now it is a bullish reversal pattern because it shows that the market sold off during the session, but then bulls came in and drove prices higher. So it is like this, but it is at the lower end of the chart. Now what is the problem with the hanging man? The hanging man comes after a price advance. It is bearish because it shows that price had been advancing over successive days. The bulls were firmly in control, but then on the day the hanging man formed, bulls were at first in control, but during the session the bears came in and pushed price down. The bulls came back in and pushed price up, but the reassertion of bears in the market shows that bulls are no longer firmly in control. Now what is this reassertion? This pattern can form, this candlestick can form, but the problem is that when the low of this candle is broken, then it is confirmation of a hanging man. The chart below shows two hanging man patterns in Meta, formerly Facebook stock, both of which led to the short blah 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 blah. See, after a hangman you have to see a low of that candle breaking. If the low of that candle is breaking, then only it is called a hanging man. Okay, even though the distinguishing features, if it is an actually hanging man pattern, the lower shadow is at least 2 times as the long body. In other words, traders blah 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 blah. Okay, I think a lot from this Investopedia. Now in the words of Rakesh, you have to hear this in the words of Rakesh now. Alright guys, I just hope that you got the idea, but I will still try and explain this one using our current chart, which is here. You see, the hanging man is hanging man, but if this candle would have not been formed, if the today's candle would have not been formed, if this would have been a bullish candle and it fails to break the lows of this hanging man, then this hanging man would not be called a hanging man. It will still be counted as a bullish pin bar. It is only the hanging man when the low of this candle is broken. When the low of a hanging man candle is broken, then only it is called a hanging man. Okay, otherwise it is not. All right, now what is the psychology here? That the price was advancing, and here the bears tried to push the market down, but the bulls came in again to save this day and they closed it in the green. But on the following day, like it is today, the bears came again and pushed all the bulls out that were there yesterday. Now if they have pushed all the bulls out that were there yesterday, then which bull is left now? No bulls. Now if there is no bull, what is going to happen? The price is going to go and decline. Now if we see a close today which is lower than this hangman, then I think the price, this USD JPY, is going to have a very tough time in the coming days, because hanging man is a very reliable pattern, not gonna lie. Okay, so we may see 139.38, but still my friends, I will say we are not interested in this one. Do you know? Because if you see that there is still possibility of 1:3 reward ratio, maybe you can go short in this one, because we have already reached almost a level of rectangles high, and we are having a potential of 450 points as the take profit. Okay, less than 150, not here, more than 200 actually. Okay, I will say just stay away from this market also. Okay, not worth it, not worth it. The price action is not very clear, but just observe this, what happens to this area. Just observe this, what happens to this hangman, how is it traded in the future. Okay, let's keep an eye on this one and see how the things happen. What do you say? Why not to keep an eye on this one, right? So let us keep an eye on this one and see how the things happen with the USD JPY in the coming time. I will keep my rectangle here. No, rectangle is gone. So the silver, there is something wrong with the silver. Yesterday you were thinking that a close below 18.30 is possible. Today it went below 18.30, but it did not close below 18.30, and now it is looking like a bullish engulfing, which has engulfed the yesterday's pin bar, and even it is inverse hanging man. If you see, now if we see a close above 18.76, it is all bulls for the silver. All right, now you may be thinking yesterday I was very bearish. Well, I was bearish below 18.30, and the price failed to close below 18.30. That means there are now buyers in control. All right guys, but we are not going to buy this market below 21.11, because the structure of the market is still downtrending structure below 20.86, and 21.11 is a very good resistance, so I want to keep my levels to 21.11. all right guys, this is a bullish price action, but we are not ready to buy this till 21.11. above that we will buy it with pleasure. All right guys, I'm sorry, there's very less time left and we are not done yet. Okay, similarly on the gold we can see a bullish engulfing here. Every day, everywhere there is bullish engulfing. Don't you think that it is because of the sell-off in the dollar? It is not sell-off, but it is pull back. Okay, now 1883 is the area where we have to see how the things happen, or maybe we should also keep an eye on this falling trend line. I just have this intuition in me that there is a possibility that the bears will try to trap this bulls here, and they may let 1683 to break, and maybe even try to hold this line here. This is what I'm thinking. I'm just thinking, okay, because the goal to fall, there has to be some trap somewhere. Because 1683 now is a very obvious level for the sellers to enter. So maybe they will be entering at some higher levels. That is just my thoughts. And also looking at this bullish candlestick today, I'm not very sure that 1683 will hold tomorrow or day after. But let us see how the things unfold, okay? Because we are not long in this one, so why we have to worry? But if you really want to go and enter short here in 1683, I'll say be cautious here. Look for the price action at least for a day's close before you enter the trade, okay? Be cautious because this candlestick is not it is not giving me that much of confidence, okay? Although it has stopped at the lows of these candles, but still it is very bullish as of now. There are 4 hours to go still. Brent is also bullish. It is going to 90.22, which level we are expecting as to act as a resistance again. And actually on the daily I should show you what is the trend in this one. 86 to 88, $2 in a day, and that one bullish 90.22 may act as a resistance. If not this 91.49, and on the upside we have this falling channels resistance then, which can act as a resistance. But as of now there is no selling in this one. At least we have to see some red price action like this one, maybe near 90.22 or 91.49. okay, on the higher side we have the immediate resistance at 90.22, and on the lower side we have support of this falling channels support line. I'm trying to cover it fast. Please stop me somewhere if you want to ask some questions. Now I said that stay away from euro AUD between 1.4966 and 1.4735. 1.4966 it had already broken today, but it will not be called as broken because it was just breached, and now the price action is bearish in this one. On the 4 hourly I will show you. Okay, it has been bearish above 1.4966. That means this zone is being protected by the sellers. Okay, if this zone is being protected by the sellers, I am not interested in this market for buying, because the market structure is up, but the sellers are already there to push the buyers down. So I'm not interested. I will enter only when there is no resistance, and resistance is not there above 1.5026 to above 1.5277. Right now this candlestick has shown me there are sellers sitting at this area, so I will just stay away from this one for now on. And now if you ask me about this intraday support, it is at 1.4881 and the resistance is at 1.4966 area. USDs are a bearish pin bar at the resistance of these confluence of these two channels. It is also showing that there is a higher correction possible in this one, and it can come back to 7.3045 area, and upswing pivot is sitting at 7.0503 area. Not this one actually. No, this is the upswing pivot, my friends, and this area is 7.4411. all right. So you keep an eye on 17.4411 area, because if that is broken, that means there are a lot more losses possible in the USDSR. USA Tech, somebody was holding. I'll say just keep holding at this one at the high. If you want to keep your stop loss, you can keep your stop loss very close to this one now. Okay, this area here, and this is approximately this is an approximate area of 11,530. You can keep your stop losses here. Even if it is triggered, you are out of the market with a very good take profit. Okay, 11,530 is what you can keep your stop loss on the daily closing basis. USA 500 on the similar lines, it is also showing some bullish price action, but has not been able to breach the high of yesterday's candle. So I will say that you can keep a hold of this one also with a stop loss slightly above the high of yesterday's candle, and if it doesn't break, then there is a more possibility of price dropping tomorrow. But today, if you want, you can keep your stop loss slightly higher than 3717.59 area. Dollar against the Chinese yuan has come back below 7.1960. Today it went higher than that, but today it is looking like a bearish pin bar to be formed, at least on the daily chart. There has been a very brisk fall in the dollar against the Chinese yuan, and if it sets itself as the bearish pin bar here, then this can be an early warning for us to be ready to open the sell position in the dollar against the Chinese yuan. Okay, because you see on this channel here, this channel's high is about to be met, or maybe somebody has already opened their positions looking these areas as the resistance. Make sense? The price is already below that resistance, and if it turns out red, then it is a go for sell. Of course, at the low, at the break of the low of that candle, okay, if it turns out to be red candle today, but I don't think that it is becoming red. But if it becomes red candle today, at the low of the red candle, I mean below the low of that red candle, you can keep your stop sell orders. All right. Okay, Euro JPY, the bulls are trying to enter the market again. 140.23 is where the price is trading right now, but yen has to be strong in the long run. This may be a small bounce because of the euro rising against the US dollar. 142.74 is the area where we should be looking for the selling orders, or our selling orders. And yeah, all right, wait. Yes, 142.74 is going to be a very tough area for Euro JPY to cross. Okay, let us see how the things unfold there. We may be looking for opening sell positions even in this area. But if you ask me where is the support, 139.38 is the immediate support, and 142.74 is an area of interest for me now. Okay, so this is what we will be watching. GBP JPY on a similar line, it is trying to rise, but 157.70 immediate area of interest, that is a resistance based on these areas. It may be a good area of interest for the sellers, and if it is not, then 160.96 is definitely going to be a very good area of interest for the GBP JPY. 157.70 is immediate resistance, 148.97 is the support, and on the way up, if you want to make a counter trend, because the trend is still down, if you want to make counter trend, then this is the channel that you can think as a counter trending channel. Last is gas. USD CHF was just for the drawing. Gas, we are bearish on the gas. We think that 5.325 is the ultimate target for the broken head and shoulder pattern. And if you really are not very comfortable with these bullish candles here, like green candles, you can keep your stop loss higher than this yesterday's candle. Yesterday's candle's high was 7.235. You can keep your stop loss somewhere around 7.3 or something. Okay, and target 5.325 still in this market. Now with this, guys, I am done today. Actually, we are 10 minutes late in today's webinar. I'm sorry about that because we had to explain a lot more things. I just hope that you have got the idea of what is important, what are the important key levels in the coming hours and days. Please keep in mind to never risk more than 1% of your capital on any single trade. It is very important as a trader. Okay, no risking more than 1% of your capital on any single trade. Okay, even if you lose 1%. If you gain, there should be a possibility of gaining at least 3 times of whatever risk you are going to take, and it should never be more than 1%. I am talking about the risk, and if it is gain, it should be minimum 3 times the risk. Okay, now with this note, I shall end this webinar. Please subscribe to this channel if you are new to here. Please press that like button if you find it useful. We'll see you tomorrow again at the same time. Thank you very much for coming. I'm very happy. Like, it really makes me happy when you all guys join here. It makes my day, and that's why maybe it has increased from 30 minutes to now 1 hour and 10 minutes already. Okay, I love to talk here. Thank you MJ, thank you Osman for joining. Thank you, bye bye, take care, see you tomorrow.